So, I just kind of realised that I haven't tested out the controls on the emulator yet, so things might be going very wrong. But it seems like the A button works, or the X button, or whatever that is supposed to be on a Nintendo console. I haven't used a Nintendo console in like forever. I guess the last time was when I was playing on somebody else's Switch. That's been like at least half a year now. So, okay. Buttons working, buttons are working, just need to figure out what buttons do what. What a horrible night for good. That's the wrong game. I know. Wait a second. That's not even a Zelda game originally, right? That is I mean, Majora's Mask has a variation on that, but I think originally isn't that a quote from like, I don't know what game that is from. I don't know what game that is from. Link is a cursed boy, he has no fairy, it fits. It fits, fair enough. Also, spoilers. Definitely says blind. It also says in the description that I'm encouraging people to backseat the shit out of me during this playthrough. Especially during like the second half. The first half I have played up until like the first 2 or 3 temples as adult Link. I have played, but it's like a while ago. The fact that this is a 2D image with 3D Link on top of it, which looks real bad. It's 1998. I gotta take things with a grain of salt. It's 1998 again, and things don't always look very good. Okay. It is in the first 5 minutes of the game. Screw spoilers. Technically still a spoiler. That's all I'm saying. I don't really care about spoilers for a game that's like 22 years old now, in general. Anything that's like older than 10 years you can't spoil. And I think 10 years is like a very wide margin there. I think honestly anything older than 5 years, anything older than a year, honestly, you can't really spoil. I'd say if things are older than 1 year, you can't really spoil them, can you? Can you spoil Infinity War at this point? Can you spoil the end of Game of Thrones at this point? I don't think you can. I don't even think Game of Thrones has been a year so far, has it? It probably has. 3D's version had challenges like inventory in the bottom, quality of life changes. Like, yeah, those kind of things you don't have here. Hello, Tekon, how are you doing? Probably better than me, because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing in this game. You can spoil Infinity War? You really can't, though. No. Endgame? Not even Endgame, I'd say you can spoil at this point. Endgame, maybe. That's a big maybe. But, no. 5 to 10 years? Look. Infinity War has been like a year, 2 years almost now, right? So, anything who cared enough about spoilers has had time to go and watch it. Especially since that is a very like big cultural phenomenon. Not like some kind of small indie movie which you really don't want to get spoiled. I think you can't spoil people on Infinity War, even if you wanted to. Link is the MC of the Legend of Zelda. What does... Oh, main character? That is a spoiler. Look. I'm not gonna lie. It took me probably longer than it should have, as being a gamer, to realize that this boy in the green outfit is not, in fact, Zelda. I'm not saying that I still think that. I'm not saying that I thought that a year ago. But I was probably like not much older than 10 when I figured out, hold on a minute. That's not Zelda. And the reason I figured that out was Super Smash Bros. Brawl. The one on the Wii. That's where I figured it out. Because that was the first time I played as a character from this entire series. Because I hadn't played Zelda before then. I had the original, like, old school Zelda on the Wii from the retro game shop there. I had that, but I played like 10 minutes of it and I got confused because I was a stupid kid and I couldn't play a game that didn't exactly tell me what to do. And it was kind of more or less, oh, you don't have a right analog stick to control the camera here. That is, gotta say, I'm getting used to. And to a certain extent, that was the problem I had with the 3DS version of this game as well. Because they didn't literally tell me what to do at any given time. I kind of dropped out of it. Because, honestly, I was still a stupid kid. When I played the 3DS version of this game, by the way, I was like 13 or 14. So not that much older. Let me think. What am I supposed to do again? Z button is your friend. Yeah, but what is my Z button is the question. That is my Z button. This is what the Z button does, right? I'm gonna say that's the Z button. Spoiler, I'm not using an actual N64 controller here. I know that might be very hard to wrap your head around, but I'm using a PS4 controller. So, I think I've got the Z button mapped to L2. I'm not entirely sure, though. Okay, that's the jump button, for sure. I can't get past you. I mean, I can. I can glitch my way past you, I know that, because I've watched more videos on this game than probably is altogether healthy. The great thing about this in comparison to Kingdom Hearts 2 on the emulator, by the way, is that this game doesn't support 360 movement anyway, right? This, I don't think it does. I don't think I'm supposed to be going here, by the way. But you know what? I'm collecting rupees, and honestly, the rupee I made in Blender like last week looked so much better than the rupees in this game, it makes me feel kind of good about myself. That 22 years later I'm able to recreate something from a game that is old. Okay, maybe I shouldn't feel very good about myself at all. I'm supposed to... Yeah, I'm supposed to get my... That's Z. Okay, I'm supposed to get my sword and shield first, right? Issue being is that I don't have a Nintendo Switch. Yeah, so OBS is having that issue again where sometimes things don't show up in my Streamlabs. So I luckily do have the YouTube chat open as well. I didn't read what this person said to me. When a fairy flies near a person or a thing, press Z to look into that direction. Oh, the Z button is my friend. Yeah. Whenever you need help, just say it. Otherwise, I'm going to let you meander. Honestly, I'll probably need a lot of help in most... I'm not going to say all, but most dungeons. I can probably do the Deku tree because it's fairly easy and I can do it off memory. I need that one. I need 40 rupees for that one. I'll be right back. I'm going to get me some rupees. The Deku tree shouldn't be that difficult, right? So I probably should be able to do that. And I think I can do most of the Child Link things. The thing, and I know this is a very cliche thing to say, and I'm not saying it because everybody says it, but that's literally what happened. The thing that ultimately killed my playthrough of the 3DS version was the Water Temple. And apparently the Water Temple in the original is much worse than in the remake, so I look forward to playing through that. I can't go there yet. I need more rupees. Can somebody please give me more rupees? Or a sword. I'd very much like a sword because I can't... What was that? I can't get, like, rupees from those rocks, can I? This is not a rock, I'm aware. I'm just trying to get used to the controls in this emulator on this fairly old game. This is the issue I have with N64 games in general, and that is they're just, like, they control like shit most of the time. And that's not their fault necessarily, because the games are 20 years old and this is early 3D, and of course they're gonna control like shit, but that doesn't change the fact that they control like shit. And honestly, maybe it would have been better off just getting the 3DS version and playing that on the 3DS emulator. But that wouldn't be authentic, now would it? Water Temple, this version is only worse due to some slight camera change in the bottom of the screen in the 3DS. 1 sword, go to the fence area and go through the cave. 2 shield, go into the house where the guy is humping the stone. That should be this one. Oh, there's chests. So I don't even have to buy the shield, is what you're telling me. Or do I find like a lot of rupees here? I'm finding quite a lot of rupees in here so far. And a recovery heart, while I don't think it's been possible for me to get damaged yet. So, you said something about a shield in here. I'm assuming that you just meant that I get a couple of rupees here to buy the shields. Only 15 to go. Okay, so yeah, I get you. Let's go get that sword. Go to the fence area and go through the cave. What fence area? Oh, the area was up before, obviously. It's up there, right? I didn't... Is there a cave? I didn't even see a cave. This is why I decided to play this one on stream, because I've decided I'm playing 2 games I should have played ages ago. One of that is... Oh yeah, there is a little thing there. One of them is Hollow Knight, and I can't pick up these stones. Okay, have it your way. I'm playing that on my own time, and one of them is Zelda. And I'm like, one of them I'm going to play on stream, and the other one I'm going to play on my own time. And I figured, you know what? The Legend of Zelda might require a little bit more assistance from chat. Okay. Than Hollow Knight does, so I'll play that one on stream. Can you please let me get away, you giant meatball? Oh, it also gives me rupees. Who is attacking me? Oh, it's still the giant... Is the giant meatball following me? The giant meatball is following me. This better be the shield. Cave in quotation marks. I mean, there's a little bit of a crawl space there. I'll count it as a cave. I've got the sword. The crocodile sword. Hollow Knight, I can't help you with that because I still play it. My knowledge is limited. Ocarina of Time, I know more. Hollow Knight also just like is a lot more self-explanatory. So far anyway, I've defeated 2 bosses. Can you please fuck off with your large boulder? I'm not enjoying the large boulder portion of this. Again, can you please fuck off? Can you please just let me go? What the fuck was that about? I want this rupee. Yeah, so far I haven't had much trouble with Hollow Knight, other than the fact that obviously sometimes I get lost on the map because I'm not very good at navigating maps, and that's why I don't usually play Metroidvania games, because I just get lost very, very badly. Hollow Knight hasn't been that bad so far for me though. Yep, I've gotten lost a little bit. I've probably, in the 2 or 3 hours I've played of it, wasted about half an hour at getting lost, which, for me, actually, that's pretty good. So, but yeah, Zelda definitely gonna need a little bit more help with that. Once I like get to know this game a little bit, I can start to randomize it, and I'm really looking forward to that. But again, you probably shouldn't do that to a game you've never played before. Especially Zelda, because if I get a hook shot early on, I will have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to do with it. I see a blue rupee back there. Yeah, so that is my reasoning for playing Zelda right now. Assign your sword with star button. Maybe that is not a bad idea, is it? Let's see, how do we do that? That's my songs. That's my sword. There we go. And then... You can save at any time? That's weird. Okay, so that's my sword. Can I kill you? I can't. Damn it. I knew you couldn't kill him. But I thought it'd be funny. I was very very much mistaken in that. Okay, so we can go get the shield now, and we should be good. Give me that Deku shield. We're gonna get a proper shield at some point, but for now, a literal piece of bark should be good enough. So, what was the story in this game? We're going to find out. I don't need anything else. We're going to find out, I know, but I'll probably read over it. So, what is the whole, like, thing about... Because Link is not one of these Kuroki dude peoples. He's just like a normal dude. How the fuck did he get up and end up here? Because that's why he doesn't have a fairy, right? Because he's not a little elf dude. Zelda randomizer is fine, however, you need a lot of help because crappy randomizers can fuck with you due to lack of knowledge of obscure items. Well, yeah, I do suppose that to a certain extent. But I know the Zelda randomizer does have a mode to let you do it glitchless. So there's only randomizers in such a fashion that you don't need glitches. I need to equip the shield as well, don't I? Link got dropped by his parents as he's a Hylian. Yeah, something like that. See, I remember a couple of things. Kinda. I don't... Do you save every time you exit the menu? Is that it? Because that seems counterproductive. Well, not necessarily counterproductive, just... strangely designed. Also, hello everybody who is watching. It's a little bit sad that I'm surprised that there's 4 viewers, but that's a decent amount for me. So hello everybody. Not everybody's chatting. That's totally fine, of course. But I do see. The moment I mention that, somebody leaves. Okay, fuck you. Oh, there's a new stand-up show. I mean, do you really have to leave in 15 minutes? Because you probably have already seen everything he's got to say. Because that man hasn't made any new material in the last, like, 15 years. Is all I'm saying. Anybody who's not Dutch doesn't get what I'm saying at all. The only issue being is you're my walkthrough. I need to go to the Deku tree now, right? 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 I'm so used to games just giving you like quest objective markers that I might just like forget to... Yeah, that I've already been here. That I might forget to pay attention to what actually is happening in the game. And that doesn't seem like a great idea. So, that's on me. Oh yeah, Hyrule Castle should be no issue, right? Because that is literally just... You finish here. Okay, this is where I'm supposed to go. That's literally you finish here, you go to Hyrule Castle, and then you play hide and seek with the gods. Oh my god. Then what? Can't do anything with you yet. This is gonna take a while. I want everybody to realize... This is gonna take a while. I am not going to do this the first time. There's gonna be a lot of issues around here, okay? Let's see, that's... What is my shield button? No, seriously, what is my shield button? That is my shield button. Oh, you don't even have to hold the Z button. That's real nice, actually. So, can you please shoot at me again? Just shoot at me. ₹40? You can fuck right off. I don't need your Deku sticks. I don't think I can do anything here, by the way. Talk with the blocking asshole. Wait, am I supposed to talk to him? I thought I was just supposed to go into the Lost Woods. See, I don't know what this game is all about. I remember little bits and pieces which might actually be working to my detriment to a certain extent. Because I have no idea where I'm going at any given time. But I'll go talk to the blocking asshole. Which one of the two, honestly? Because there's two of them. Oh, wait a second. That gets me to one of the dungeons, doesn't it? The blocking asshole gets me to the Deku tree. You're right, you're right, you're right. Faith is slowly dropping. I told you I don't remember anything about this game. There's a giant tree on the map? Wait. There's a map? Oh, I've seen the map. Yeah. I've noticed the map. No, don't worry. Don't worry. I've seen the map. I just haven't looked at it. Okay, that could be anything. I mean, yeah, that is a giant tree, but that also could be a giant crater. Does that help my case because I know there's a giant tree, so I probably should have connected the dots there? Yeah, I probably should have connected those dots. Yeah, that was a tree. I don't need a Deku stick, do I? Do I? I will in the dungeon here. I know that much, because the Deku sticks are like, you use them as torches to put things on fire. Right? Right? Oh, you get the slingshot here as well, and it doesn't rely on bitch-ass motion controls like the 3DS version. I'm gonna love that. Deku sticks do more damage than your sword? Really? That I did not know. I mean, I knew you could use them as a weapon, but I didn't know they actually deal more damage. Did I just agree to listen to the entire backstory again? No, I did not. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm not going to listen to Navi is the thing though, because Navi never that's the one thing I know about Navi, both from memes and also from personal experience, is that Navi doesn't shut the fuck up, like, ever. I walked into that like 3 times and now I'm almost dead. I'm so bad. Anything back here? You know, you could put a texture on this thing, right? A texture with more than 2 pixels. I realize, again, 1998. But come on. You gotta draw a line somewhere. Literally. This is not a texture. This is just pixels upscaled to be blurry. Jump and slash with the Deku stick does 3 times more damage than the sword. Wait. Does jumping with the sword also do more damage? Not that it matters right now, because I think most things in here should be a 1 or 2 shot anyway, right? And I'm assuming that is talking about this sword. Once you get the Master Sword, I'm assuming that doesn't apply anymore? Oh, that killed me. Okay, so maybe the Deku sticks, after all, have some use there. Would you like to save? I just died! Of course I'd like to save. That just throws you back to the beginning of the dungeon, right? Yeah. Oh, and now I do have to hold it. Fuck you. We got a nut. Master Sword is stronger, but the Deku sticks are great at the beginning. Yeah. I kind of figured that the Master Sword would be... I mean, it's literally like a legendary weapon. So, if a stick were more powerful than a little legendary sword, I'd have questions. Oh, that still damages me. Why the fuck do I have a shield if it doesn't block damage? So you target the enemy, then take out your sword and jump to them. Okay. Why is that not doing any damage? I mean, great tip, but it's not really helping me at the moment. Oh, now it is. Oh, that stuns him. And also does a significant amount of damage, I'm assuming. The whole Z-targeting thing, I still need to get used to a little bit. Okay, that works for me. No, that works for me. I'll be fine. You see? Navi, I'm gonna ask you politely once. Could you please get the fuck out of my life? Okay, that might have not been very polite. But, you know what? You don't need to be polite. And 64 hitboxes. So the shield... Wait a second. The shield is supposed to protect you? It just sometimes doesn't. That is absolutely grand. I suppose that is something that is better in the 3DS version as well. Z-targeting an enemy also allows backflips, great for dodging. That I did know. So why did you suddenly stop jumping automatically? Because we're in a dungeon? Is that it? Okay, so do I have a proper jump button? I don't. So... Oh, the jump button only works at the edge. Otherwise it's the roll button. I suppose I won't complain too much about that. Yeah, I need a slingshot for that one, so could you please not target me? How do I untarget? Just pressing Z again. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I just realized, by the way, that what I said at the beginning of the stream about me never having played Zelda before Smash Brothers or this game isn't true, because I played Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. Never completed them. That's the map, not even the slingshot. I never completed those, oh my fucking god, games, but I played them and didn't have a great time with them, to be honest. Spirit Tracks was okay. I don't remember liking Phantom Hourglass, but again, I was like probably 10. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Phantom Hourglass. I like Spirit Tracks. I remember liking the, well, the train mechanic. Are you really telling me how I'm supposed to open a goddamn door? I mean, yeah, I haven't played this game in like a while, and I'm not very, like, good at this game maybe, but I've played games before. I know how to open a fucking door. You will roll on the ground. Oh, you can roll and prevent fall damage. I suppose it's, I can't guarantee it will work every time though. Yeah, if it's too high of a height, you'll probably still die. Okay, I'll leave it a minute. Last tips, so you can finish the next part. I think I'll be fine. Think is the operative word there. This is the slingshot. This is the slingshot. It took a little bit more effort to get the slingshot than the map. That makes sense. Oh my god, that means maps are also going to be randomized if I do a randomizer of this game. So that means that I'm going to have to learn the dungeons without the maps. That's going to be fun. That's going to be real fun. Okay, so let's equip that slingshot. Do I just... let's put you on there. And you on there. And you on there, because why not? Hey, there's a ladder up there. That doesn't really help me at all, does it? How do I... I'll return. C button. Navi, I'm trying to talk to you now, and now you won't let me. Oh, now you will. I was climbing up, that's why. The top floor of the Deku tree, kill the Skullsolar, jump slash down. I mean, I know some things. I just didn't listen to Navi just now, and it seemed like it might have been important. So, look, something's hanging up there. Looks, oh, it's an extendable ladder. That makes sense, because we just got this. Goddamn. It's got inverted control. Fuck. I hate inverted controls. I really hate it. Otherwise you can't get back. That is... Wait a moment. That is... interesting design. Because if you fail that first jump, I assume you just have to do that jump again. Can I please put this away? But if you fail the first jump, you can just literally climb up here. Yeah, you can. But the challenge is in... quote-unquote challenge is in getting back. Huh. That's very interesting indeed. I don't know how long I'll be streaming for today. I'll probably be going for like 1 more hour or something. I'll want to do like the entire... Can you please? Thank you. The entire Deku tree at the very least. And I'll probably... I mean, I want to try making it to Hyrule Castle today. I don't know how realistic that is. Because I might be forgetting some major parts of the... I got Deku seeds. Some major parts of the game. I might be forgetting. But that is what I want to try to do anyway. Always check the texture of the rooms, goodies, and puzzles galore. Yeah, that last one I'll probably forget to do, I'm going to be honest with you. Not on purpose, just because I'm stupid. That's just because I'm stupid. Oh my... Dude! Not cool. Very not cool. Very not cool. Oh, I have to wait for you to turn around, otherwise I can't hit you. Why could I hit you... hit your friends before then? Because they were in the wall. That makes sense. Okay, so now I need to... jump down? Question mark? That's what you just told me. Oh, I can also Z-target and then use my items that way. I didn't even think about the fact that I could or couldn't do that. I just kind of did it, because that makes sense from a game design perspective. I shouldn't rely too much on that, because again, this is early 3D, so things that might have been standard for like the past 15 years probably hadn't been thought of / invented yet in this game. Yeah, just drop from the ledge. Okay, I'll do that, but I do see a door here, which piques my interest. And traps me. But luckily, I know what to do here, because they function as torches, the Deku sticks. I just don't know... what that did, because I didn't... Oh! It's a button. It's a button. Sword, 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 sword. There you go, sword. I'm still getting used to like the controls. Those will become second nature eventually, but for the time being, they're not. See, I'm getting better at that part. And there's a Skullsolar there. So let's target you and... I gotta remember, once I'm like locked onto something, I don't need to press Z any longer. As a matter of fact, I probably shouldn't. But as long as it doesn't show the little arrows, I do need to like manually keep Z pressed. I think that's how that works. So then what is in here is my question. We're about to find out. And the answer be compass. That makes sense. Points towards... Do the compasses work on a per dungeon basis? I think they do, right? I think every dungeon has its own compass. I think that's how that works. So I need to kill you first. But how? No, but really, how? Probably only rupees in there. But now I must. Now I am compelled to murder you. Or do I just not have to do that? It's also a possibility. I just don't have to do that. I can just jump. I can just jump! And you, my friend, are, I think, what is known as a golden sculptor. And I'll be wanting quite a lot of your friends and you in my pocket. That I do. I don't exactly know what that gives me. I think that gives me the possibility of getting a larger money pouch and eventually a heart container as rewards. Something along those. The heart container is also going to be randomized once I do a randomizer of this. There's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to realize that are going to be randomized, which are going to be potentially really bad for me. So that'll be fun. Yeah, that does not work like that, does it? Let's see. Please turn around. What did I do to make you turn around last? I guess you just have to wait for them to turn around? I know this is very frustrating for anybody watching because I'm probably the only person in the history of mankind who has never played this game. Well, it's not like I've never played this game before. Don't get me wrong. I've played this game before. But just not to the extent that I actually know what I'm doing. In other words, I've not played this game for a while. And when I did, I wasn't like big into it. So, yeah, that's a problem. But I do remember what to do here. Roughly, anyway. You have to set fire to the... No. You have to set fire to the webs. Are you a golden sculpture too? I'm getting lucky today. Nothing to do with luck because they're placed in predetermined places. Do I shoot those as well? You can't shoot those. That's good to know. Then how do I get it? Do I just get it by jumping to it? I do! Okay. Okay, so what I remember from this is that... Not that. Is that another... That's another one, isn't it? I don't have a lot of these nuts left though, so probably should be kind of careful with them. I don't think I needed a recovery heart, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Okay, so I want to... I think I just want to do this, right? And then... Not do that, because that puts them out. That puts them out. You don't want to do that. Let's see, Why did that do that? Probably because I'm just bad and... My god, the fine controls on these... What button do I... Yeah, I used that button before as well, but it didn't do anything. I might just be going slowly insane. I feel like that's probably it. I'm just going insane slowly but surely. Okay, but then what am I supposed to do? Can I jump this? No, I can't. That's why you need to burn the webs, because you can't jump that. So can I feel like I'm missing something here. Yeah, I'm definitely I definitely missed something very obvious there. There's a place I can't walk. So why aren't I using that? And from there, you can jump. If you're not a total idiot, from there, you can jump. Let's try that again. Okay, so probably should place the my D-pad to the C buttons, because I am confusing them constantly, thinking that my D-pad on my PlayStation controller are the C buttons, and I don't actually know if the D-pad on the N64 controller really does anything for me. So I don't have to kill you, do I? Just give me some more ammunition, please. The order is 2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. That is the worst way to remember that ever. Inverted controls, I can't stand them, but I'm going to have to get used to it, because I'm assuming that the arrows, the bow and arrow is also inverted. And I know that is something that you use fairly regularly. So that doesn't seem ominous at all. We're inside the Great Deku Tree. This is a living organism we're inside, by the way. You probably didn't think about that until now, as you shouldn't. So, then what? Yeah, so then what? Because I can't jump, because this game just won't allow me to. Also, if I could jump, this game would become a platformer rather than a... I'd call this a puzzle game. Yeah, I can't jump. And I don't think I'll be able to press this button. I will be able to press this button underwater. Never mind. But how does that help me? Oh, that's how that helps me. That makes perfect sense. Don't crush me. That makes perfect sense. I don't know why. Okay, so all the textures are real bad. It's like not even funny how bad some of these textures are. Again, I'm aware that this game is... I was going to say almost as old as me, and then I was going to say older than me. It's not as old as me. This game is just like 2 years younger than I am. I don't look this bad, do I? I mean, I don't have face cam turned on right now because I couldn't be bothered to set everything up. And with set everything up, I literally mean replace one battery. But also the overlay, like seeing where I need to place it on the screen as to not obstruct anything. Turns out the place it was at was pretty good. You don't need to do anything with that block. I couldn't do anything with that block, I don't think, but I didn't need to, which is the most important thing, I'd say. How do I would like to use my sword again, thank you. Because I don't have a lot of these sticks. That is really satisfying to do, I'll be honest with you. Getting the combination of like jumping into the Deku Muncher enemies and then slicing them in half. I'll give this game credit where it's due, and that is really satisfying to do. You can prevent Deku sticks from being used up if you put them away before they burn all the way down. That is amazing. Weren't we just here? Yeah, we were, because I went into the wrong door, didn't I? So we can probably make that jump. Oh, we couldn't make that jump because that is punishing. Wait a second, I can probably just do this with the sword as well, right? Yeah, I can. So I was using ammo for no good reason. Why would you expose your vulnerable parts to me? That sounded weird. Yeah, I just needed to press A on the block. That makes a lot of sense. But then how do I get onto it? Because that would require me pressing the same button. Right? Is it a different button? How did I get on it before? I feel like I'm literally like a 70-year-old dude trying to play a video game for the first time. I wonder if games these days are more or less confusing for newcomers to play. Just because things just work more in a more stable fashion, right? Than they used to. Because sometimes in old games you do something and it don't work. And by that point you might say, okay, so that button doesn't do anything in this situation. Well, yeah, it does. You just... the game did something weird. Also, where are this dude's brothers? Because I was supposed to punish them in a certain order, and I haven't seen them yet. 23 is 1. Was the thing I was supposed to remember, right? How do I attack with the Deku sticks, by the way? Is it... okay, that's how. It's good to know. Can I please have my sword again? Thank you. Again, not a D-pad. I need to use the C stick, which is not a C stick. There are C buttons on the original controller, but it's a stick in my case, and it's just like... I'm confused. Let's see. What do we need to do here? Oh, we're back at the place where we were before. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do then. That makes things a whole lot easier. You see, this time I'm jumping on it. Oh, holding it versus pressing it. But before it was just tapping it. For a split second, just tapping it. And then he also grabbed onto it. Which, I suppose that is the inconsistency I was just talking about, right? So you drop this down, then you get a path. But we're going to murder... we're going to murder these fools first. If you'll allow me. Just because I could get a couple more... you know what? I don't even care that that wasn't as satisfying to do. You're dead, and that's all that matters to me. Oh, you don't even attack. Pathetic. I think that leads to the boss of this first dungeon, which, admittedly, it has taken me an hour to get to. So maybe that is still a bit on the bad side, because by now, like, world record holders of this game would probably, like, beat my ass. But you know what? I'm not speedrunning this game. I'm blind running this game, and this is not yet the boss fight. Is it? Oh, these are the dudes. But how do I know which one is which? I'm assuming from left to right. So that's 3. That's 3, 2, 1 I just did. That's wrong. Yeah, this is definitely the wrong order. But maybe I need to beat them all to learn the numbers to begin with, because I don't see any numbers. That's wrong. Okay. 2, 3, 1, I think it was. So let's do that. 2. 3, and then you. 1. That must be it. Right. Why did that not work? Oh, I need to go talk to you. You come back here. How did you know our secrets? Because your brother is a fucking traitor. And a little bitch boy. Okay. Boss fight time. So, remember when I said I was hoping to get to Hyrule Castle in this stream? Yeah, I don't think that'll be happening today, because I think there's also the Hidden Woods thing we still have to do today, right? Because we need to go there before we can leave the village. And that's going to take a while. So we might not make that. Maybe you will, I don't know. Spoiler, we probably won't. I think there's supposed to be a boss fight around here somewhere. Would you be so kind to give me my boss fight? I would very much appreciate a very big spider right about now. Look up. Thank you. That is actually the best thing you could have said. There we go. That makes a lot of sense. That is on me. I won't hold that against the game. I don't have a lot of ammo there, though, is the thing. I mean, the glowing red eye definitely is the weak point, and I just wasted my last bit of ammo. So let's use this instead and see. This supposedly deals a lot more damage. Supposedly. I'm going to trust the fact that it does. Which shortens this fight by like probably a factor of 3. But now what am I supposed to do? Because I'm assuming I'm supposed to take out these things to maybe get more ammo? Do you give me more ammo? I'm assuming I need to shoot down the boss again, right? That's how this works? Or maybe not. Maybe just automatically comes down because I've got these Deku nuts which stun. Which I guess is a good thing for me. Yeah, that's a very good thing for me, actually. Oh my god, that makes this... Wait a second, am I doing damage? Or am I just feeling like I'm doing well? Because if I'm doing damage like this, that is ridiculously broken. I'm also about to die, I do realize that. I can pop them before they hatch. That makes it so much easier. It doesn't give me any Deku nuts, I don't think, but honestly, I don't care. I've got 15 of the fuckers. I'll be fine. Can you please look to the right thing? That would be fantastic. Okay, I need to get used to the fact that I'm using certain things and those are not mapped to the buttons I think they are. So map that to that, then use that attack. Use that, and okay. I'm getting used to the controls. Still getting used to the controls, I'll be fine. Got half a heart left, I don't know where it restarts me if I die. I think it restarts me outside of the boss room, right? Not at the start of the dungeon. If it restarts me at the start of the dungeon, I'm gonna rage quit. I'll tell you that much. Okay, pop them before they hatch. Pop them before they hatch. think there's a fourth. There's not a fourth. Okay, we beat the first boss. Probably easier to use the sword instead of the Deku stick. Well, yeah, that would be easier. You're entirely right. But apparently the Deku stick does more damage, is what I understand. So that's why I was trying to use it. Also, I guess using a sword would be easier if I don't have a full grasp of the controls. But this way I at least learn the controls a little bit more quickly, is my thinking there. So, and we defeated the first boss without dying. So that is an accomplishment, I guess. An accomplishment that anybody probably should be able to get. Because the first boss usually in a game isn't supposed to be difficult. And I got very close to dying, so that's a little bit embarrassing. But you know what? I'll take it. But yeah, by all accounts, I probably could have prevented a lot of that damage if I just was using the sword and wasn't trying to be fancy. You are 200% correct with that. Also, hello, how do I pronounce that? Suck? I'm gonna call you Suck. If that's not correct pronunciation, please do correct me. How are you doing? I have a fairly dry throat after all that screaming and talking. Yeah, it sucks. Okay, that's I figured, but sometimes people have weird pronunciations for their names and aliases, and I want to try to pronounce people's name right. Just as like some basic sign of decency and respect. I remember this cutscene. I remember seeing more than 2 pixels though, because isn't it insane how the 3DS, even though it's so much later in history, right? It's so much later in technological development, but such a small little system. It literally fits inside your pocket. I've got my 3DS, the original 3DS, right here, and you can't see that because I don't have a face cam. At the moment anyway. It's so small, it fits in your pockets, and a large part of its bulk even is like the 2 screens it has. And it has the controls built in as well. This thing has more computing power than the pretty big box that the Nintendo 64 was. And it really shows once you get into like the games that used to run on the Nintendo 64, which were like pretty high end for the Nintendo 64 as well. I mean, Nintendo 64 had some really good looking games. This game kind of pushed that system to its limits. Whereas the 3DS, the remake, looks so much better. And not just because it's a smaller screen. It's like the 3D models have so much more detail in them. The textures have so much more detail in them. It's kind of ridiculous how they compare. I was rewatching a series that didn't live very long on YouTube, but is marvelously interesting. I think it's called Low Poly. And they compared all of the Zelda, and they've also done a Mario, a Banjo-Kazooie, a Sonic episode, but specifically talking about the Zelda episode here, where they compared all the models of Link throughout the years, starting in this game and all the way up until... that was before Breath of the Wild was even released, so all the way up till, I guess, Smash Bros. I don't know, not Ultimate, probably. Probably for the Wii U, Smash Bros. Wii U. And in that, obviously, there was a comparison between this version of Link and the Majora's Mask version, and the 3DS remake versions of those same games. And the poly count was like double to triple what it was in the original versions. It's fucking insane. The same with Super Mario 64, right? The Mario model in Super Mario 64 is even more of a leap forward than it is for the Zelda remakes. And that isn't even a 3DS game. That is just a DS game. A system that wasn't even like designed to run 3D games very well. Yeah, it's absolutely insane how small technology has gotten, and with that, also like not overheating is the thing that I always get so baffled by, because these consoles we have, like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and especially the PlayStation 4, when you're running games on them, they fucking sound like a jet engine taking off, because the cooling inside a moderate console is not that good. But even like a PC, like my gaming / workstation PC, it's not really a workstation. I use it as workstation, but it's got gaming hardware inside it. When it's like going full blast, you can hear a lot of fans spinning very, very fast. Whereas there's no like active fan cooling these portable systems. It's all done by just transferring the heat to places where it dissipates naturally. And that wait, what? Wait, why won't you let me pass? I've watched playthroughs of Ocarina of Time, and as I said at the beginning of the stream, which you weren't here for, I'm guessing, I've played the 3DS version of this game up until like the Water Temple, but that has like probably been best case scenario more than 5 years ago. So I don't remember much. I remember little details, but I don't remember much at all about this game. So I figured I owe it to everybody to and myself mostly to play this game properly, and with a little bit of help from chat as well. So now we're supposed to, I think we're supposed to go into the Lost Woods, right? Right? Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Because I want to, once I get to know this game a little bit, I want to start doing randomizers runs of it, because I think that might be fun. But obviously I'm not going to do that until I'm not supposed to go there. Obviously I won't do that until I know the game at least to a certain extent, because it's insanity to go through that without having any experience in the game whatsoever. So, I know there's a trick regarding the music, but that will require me to shut up and listen. So, what I did in the 3DS version, and what luckily seems to be working here, is just going up to the very edge, and if it doesn't load any next maps, it leads back to the beginning. But that doesn't work, actually, because the very last one also doesn't load a new map, I don't think. It also sends to a loading screen, so I might have to shut up for a moment here. I don't hear any difference in the music. So that might not be entirely correct information. Or it might be limitations of my speakers / the emulator. That is a possibility as well. I'm just going to be running around here for a while. I don't think that's it either. And hoping that I go into the right direction. If anybody wants to point me into the right direction, I'd be more than willing to take a little bit of backseat here. Should get louder when you're going the right way. Yeah, I heard that, but I don't hear that. Let me... It's very subtle, isn't it? Okay. Maybe it's not very subtle, maybe I'm just an idiot. Let me listen here, because I want to know what to listen for. I could also just look at... Yeah, that doesn't really show. I was going to say I could also just look at the volume levels to see if they rise. But that doesn't really seem to be a good strategy either. Look, the whole volume thing doesn't seem to be working out very well for me right now. Yeah, that might just be an emulator thing then, if you're not hearing it either. Because I'm assuming that you know this game. Well, I don't. So, if you're not hearing it, it's probably just not happening due to an emulator shortcoming. Which might be fixable in the options, but heck if I'm going to bother with that. Why am I not swearing, by the way? I don't know. So, this just leads to a bunch of... Oh, no. This is a new direction. Shoot at me. I surrender in return, sell you Deku nuts. You know what? I could kill you. Please do not... I could kill you. Just give them to me for free. I vaguely remember last one being right, but it's more than 5 years since I played, so yeah. Yeah. I remember nothing. So, honestly, anything anybody remembers is gonna be more than me. Wait a moment, I can definitely see a visual difference in the paths that diverge into other ones and the ones that teleport you back as well. This one should teleport me back. Yeah. Okay, so there is a visual difference in them. But still, that doesn't help me because the very last one also is a thing that teleports you to a new map. So... really, I didn't win anything there. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think you're supposed to be going this way. If I recall correctly, you're supposed to be heading the tunnel at the front of the forest. I thought you were supposed to do this first. I mean, it's your word against mine, and my word in this one doesn't, like, mean a lot. As a matter of fact, it means close to nothing. So, I'll trust you on that one. I'm going to try to get through one more time. You said the last one may be right, so let's try this one. And if I don't end up anywhere new, I ended up somewhere new. That helps me, I'll go to the tunnel. And then I'll have to redo this again, I'm fairly sure. I will murder you. You will murder me. Again, the whole shield thing doesn't work very well in this game, does it? Also, yeah, the last one was to the right. Your random memory served you right. That is actually really surprising that that worked out. Not saying that you're stupid or anything, but okay, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. So I'm just gonna ignore all of these Deku motherfuckers. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. Do shields ever work? I mean, a shield is just a sword that can't do a lot of damage. I feel like that's a quote from somewhere. Because that sounds like something that's way too smart for me to come up with on my own. Or maybe it's just because it's literally a offense is the best defense made into a different quote. Surely there's gotta be something. You know what? Should we jump down here? I don't know what this does. But I feel like it could be exciting. Let's jump down. Oh, it's a fairy fountain. You dodge or you attack, there's no defending. Defending is for pussies. You get it. So yeah, this doesn't really do anything for me, does it? I think if you come back here as adult Link, it might have some use. And I think it healed me, so it had some use. Just not any major one. What was that? That was like a backwards long jump. I mean, I know... Corona. I know there's a kind of backwards long jump equivalent in this game. It's like a bomb, right? So yeah, I think you're correct. I think I wasn't supposed to go here. Shit. That's not good. You run away. You run away. Murder your ass. See, this is what happens when you try to sell your nuts to me. Look, I know it's very tempting to clip that. Please don't. Please don't clip me murdering a plant while saying... I mean, it's a plant, so... But it's also like a living, breathing being. Well, I suppose plants are living, so... You know what I mean. Don't make me sound like a plant fucker, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we at least know the right direction now, which... Great start. But we weren't supposed to go here yet. Which is a little bit sad. Because I was doing so well. Oh, I don't know if I want to say doing well, necessarily. Yeah, I can just leave through here now. Yeah, you don't go there until you're adult, Link, right? You use Saria song there as adult Link to start the Forest Temple? I mean, you were talking about bestiality earlier today. I was! But to be fair, fucking a plant probably doesn't classify as bestiality. Also, can you fuck a plant? I don't think you can. Maybe you can. I don't think you can. You know what? I don't even want to know the answer. Not even a walking plant? Well, if the plant is also an animal, which I suppose there might be... That's a very good question. Is there any, like, real-world plant animals? Because in fiction, obviously, like, these Deku scrubs are plant animals. Is there any real plant animals? Because I think that literally is an impossibility, biologically speaking. Then again, stranger things have happened. So, maybe if there's a plant animal, you could fuck it. But that still would be bestiality because it's an animal, not because it's a plant. But I suppose that would make you a plant fucker. That's a weird thing to be talking about while playing Zelda. Not gonna lie. We're in Hyrule Field. Finally. We're in the big open world of The Legend of Zelda. Breath of the Wild kind of made this seem obsolete, didn't it? Yeah. Breath of the Wild, very big, very open. Makes this seem like literally one level. I mean, mushrooms are really intelligent. That would be the nearest thing, I guess. I mean, mushrooms aren't plants, though, technically speaking. Oh, this is the guy that forces you to... Did you get all that? Yes. If you just keep mashing the button, he will keep talking forever and ever and ever and ever, and so on. I experienced that firsthand. I know he's a fucking meme. His meme is not as big as Hey Listen, but it's close. Look, I know that anybody who played this as a kid, right now, listening to this music, is very nostalgic. I'm not. Somehow, the overall theme for the original Legend of Zelda, the very iconic one, is nostalgic for me. Even though I never really played that as a kid either. I mean, I played that like once or twice on the Wii Virtual Console, but that is about it. You're not going to close the gates before I get there, are you? You wouldn't. I know you can walk on the chains here, by the way. No, 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 no! Fuck! Shit! All because I pressed the wrong button because I wanted to adjust the camera, but you can't because this game is a piece of... And 64. I guess I get some more rupees potentially and some more Deku nuts. So that is a thing. And I get to refill my hearts. And the rest of the night I just go at it. Wait, isn't there something for me to do at the ranch as well? I think you can get... Can I already get a Pona song? Probably not. Or whatever other song you get there. Oh, you're a big boy, aren't you? Whack some bones. Exactly, I'm just whacking them bones. How has this stream become so... I could use a lot of words right now. But at least this won't be classified as a video for children. This is very much adult content. No, 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 I'm not going to call this adult content because that has entirely different connotations going with it. And the drawbridge is open again. And that is a very flat, very 2D texture. Yeah, you can walk up these chains. And I know that if you wait here until nighttime, the drawbridge still closes and some kind of glitch happens. I just don't remember what the glitch is. Oh, you get rupees for that. That I did not know. I mean, yeah, you joining kind of make things go weird. Fair enough. Look, these 2D backgrounds with the 3D camera tracking and stuff, and hey, aren't you supposed to be at a ranch? Really makes me think of Final Fantasy VII, of all things. Because they also did that. But in Final Fantasy VII, it looked a lot better. Maybe it only looked a lot better because I haven't played Final Fantasy X in 10 years. Final Fantasy VII, I'm sorry, in 10 years either. But I feel like it just looked a lot better in Final Fantasy VII because they didn't try to make it into a 3D environment and they had a more isometric view. Yeah, you're definitely supposed to go to the ranch. I remember now. I remember now. You're supposed to go to the ranch to get the chicken, aren't you? I think you are. I just got a text. A Discord message. That is. Fuck you. I have it on mute. I just have it on vibrate. My phone. No, I never want to hear what you say again. I have my phone on vibrate so that if anything like anybody wants to say anything important to me, I at least can get the text. But I do think I need a chicken egg, don't I? Wait, you can't climb it? You can, never mind. Because a dude doesn't wake up until you have, like, the chicken. It's a rooster, isn't it? Not a chicken. Which I suppose a rooster is a chicken. So, kind of defeating my own arguments there. Maybe it's better to do it at night time. Because there's guards around here and I'm sneaking into literally probably the most highly guarded area in the entire kingdom. And nobody sees me. These are really bad guards. I'm gonna have to do this again as well. Because, yeah, I literally cannot get in. Until it's nighttime. Or can I? I probably can, because yeah, you can climb up here. It's really convenient that there's places to climb. For Link here. Gonna be honest with you. That seems like a rendering issue up there. Is that a rendering issue? Or is that just really bad texturing? I think that's just really bad texturing, never mind. Wait, what? I'm supposed to jump into the water. Okay, so you do get the egg here. So you need to wait for nighttime here anyway, because otherwise she doesn't show up until dusk, I guess? I'll equip that. I'll equip that right now, why not? Also equip the Ocarina. And the weird egg. Not that I have any songs for the Ocarina yet. Do I? I might, actually. Let's see. I have no songs. I've gotten 3 Skulltulas. But what is the... Return. What is a return button without saving? There's gotta be one. I don't know what the red button is. I have no idea what the red button is. Again, not playing this on an actual N64 controller. Mostly because I don't own an actual N64. And also... Yeah, I'm a little bit sad about that, actually. I own a NES and an SNES. I have a Wii. I just need a N64, a GameCube. I don't really need a Wii U, because fuck the Wii U. And a Switch. And then I have everything Nintendo related ever. Other than, like, the Virtual Boy. And I don't have a GBA anymore either. Because mine broke very badly. B. Well, yeah, B, but I don't know what that's mapped to. One of the buttons on, like, it's gotta be... It's gotta be square, I guess, then? For me? I have no idea. So, waking up this dude, this Mario-looking dude, I remember him looking like Mario, took me a while originally playing this game, because for some reason I didn't know what to do with the egg, or I didn't have the egg, or something like that. So basically you need everything Nintendo ever made. I need anything anybody ever made. Yeah. Okay, so now I remember why this was an issue. Because the chicken hatched. Why did the chicken hatch? You can't tell me he's not Mario, by the way. That's Mario. Please, Mario, fuck off, because I need to place crates into the water here. Do I? Hello, and who might you be? Yeah, I am Talon, the owner of Lon Lon Ranch. Just fuck off. How do you fall asleep delivering milk? How do you manage that? Also, why are you afraid of your 10-year-old daughter? And why is the camera clipping through the floor? So many questions, so little time. I remember having to use these. Yeah, you do. You just have to pull and not push that one, because why would you make it convenient for your player? Ever. Okay, I gotta stop bitching about everything in this game. Game's over 20 years old, okay? Just take a little break, you'll get used to the little strange quirks this game has, and then it'll be fun. It already is fun, it'll just be more fun. Fun! We're having fun here, right? Yeah, we are. We're having fun. I'm going to end the stream after I do the whole garden thing and talk to Princess Zelda. I think that'll have been a nice stream. And we made it to Hyrule Castle like I hoped we would. So, great. Convenience is for pussies. Convenience is for lazy people like myself. So yeah, convenience is for pussies, I guess. Because if you're not a pussy, you don't mind something being slightly inconvenient. And that is why I'm still playing this game, because damn, this game has a lot of inconvenience. This is a strange part of this game. I like it. I like having to dodge these guards. If I recall correctly, like there's something to do with the nighttime here as well. Like there's different guard patterns during the nighttime, or there just isn't a nighttime version of this. Even if you go in at night, it's daytime, something like that. I don't recall the detail. Oh my god, how did you not see me? I'm still in a bit of trouble here though, because why would you ever take the upper path in that case? This is a tricky situation to place myself in. No, it's not. Never mind. This is easy. Ah, there's a second guard there, which wasn't in my render distance. Could you please move? Thank you. And I think that's that. That wasn't that difficult. Okay, this song does trigger a little bit of nostalgia in me. Not gonna lie. That's Zelda's Lullaby, right? Oh, I'm sorry, milady. I pressed the wrong button. Why is this not working? Imagine if you could just, like, accidentally chop off her head. Just end the game right there. I accidentally killed the princess. That would be amazing. The original Song of Storms. Did the Song of Storms change in the remake? I didn't know. I know there's some minor changes. I know the music in the lava place, I don't know what it's called, the fire temple, I guess, was changed even within different printings of this game, because there's some religious chanting, and that was seen as offensive by some people. So they changed that. Even in the original version, like the 1.1 or the 1.2 version of the original N64 cartridges, and obviously in the 3DS remake, the chanting isn't there either. I know they changed that, so there might be some changes, other minor changes I don't know about, because again, I'm not an expert at this game at all. I just know some trivia, and I remember some things from playing it myself, and I know some things from watching some playthroughs online. But most of those playthroughs were randomizers, so that's not going to help me a lot. I'm also not listening to anything you're saying, because I'm spoiled. I can't focus on a story-based game anymore, which arguably this might not be a story-based game. I can't focus very well on a story-based game anymore if it doesn't at least have like a decent amount of voice acting to keep me engaged. If it's just like walls of text, one after another, I just lose interest very quickly. Especially on stream when I'm like just talking and rambling and like sharing anecdotes and stuff. I just lose interest in what the story says. And I'm also not going to just sit here and read everything the dialogue says, because that would either require me A, to give a shit, or B, to have some kind of voice acting ability, which, if you've ever seen my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series, you will know that I do not have. It's just a Song of Storms that plays in a lot of Zelda games, Link to the Past, Between Worlds, Oracle games, and a few others. I didn't know that was a recurring thing. Oh, this is the game where it originated. Okay. I don't know much about Zelda at all. Like, at all. It's kind of like... What's the opposite of a guilty pleasure? It's like a guilty shame of mine? I don't know. A gamer confession, you could say. I've never really like played much Zelda. And... honestly, it's about time to change that. I might as well change that here. I also really want to play Link to the Past though. Because, far as I know, until Breath of the Wild, people widely considered either this or Wind Waker to be the best 3D Zelda, which this is the first 3D Zelda, so the fact that it even holds up that well says so much. Did you understand the story well? Sure. The fact that it even holds up at all is amazing. Because Super Mario 64, as revolutionary as it was, is not one of the best 3D Mario games. It's really not that good. While this apparently holds up fairly well. And so far, from what I've seen and played of it, I do think that this is a very interesting and fun game. Link to the Past, as far as I know, is considered as one of the best 2D Zelda games, so I'm very hyped to start playing that one as well at some point. I fucking love Twilight Princess. Again, not a game I completed, but I played a couple of hours of that, and the art style and the atmosphere and everything about it, I fucking love Twilight Princess. People hate on that game, and you're right, I don't understand it. I understand it's very different in atmosphere from the rest of the series, but that doesn't necessarily make it a bad game. It just makes it a different game. Which, if developers don't do something different, you end up with something like Call of Duty, where people make fun of it because it's the same every single year, or something like FIFA, where it's literally the same every single year with some new names thrown in. But even like the fucking models don't change that much because they're all humans. So maybe there's a slightly different texture on it because I get annoyed by that. Gamers don't know what they want. When they get changed, they complain. When they don't get changed, they also complain. And I think Twilight Princess is a marvelous example of that, because I feel like that game is mostly hated because it's not what Zelda usually is. And even then, it's not that different from other Zelda games as far as I understand and know. It's just mostly the coat of paint on top of it, which I like, other people don't. I don't know. I really don't know. But the little bit of Zelda Twilight Princess that I did play, I did like. I did really like that. To be fair, I am a huge fan of games with a little bit darker atmosphere as well. Like a little bit of like dark and gloomy atmosphere. Not really gloomy, but that usually goes with the art style very well. Those kind of atmospheres really do a lot for me. It's part of the reason I prefer Crash Bandicoot 2 over 3, just because like the little hub worlds are very much more dark and like, I don't exactly know how to explain it, but the atmosphere in that game is a lot like more enjoyable for me anyway than Crash Bandicoot 3. So I really do like darker games. Not to say that I don't like non-dark games, because I like a lot of non-dark games. I played the entire Kingdom Hearts series, which doesn't really ever get really dark, to be honest. They try really, really hard, especially in like Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3. They try really hard to get dark, but they just can't seem to fucking manage it. And that's okay, because it is a Disney game. And honestly, Final Fantasy doesn't really get that dark either. In its themes, sometimes, maybe. But in execution and like style, Final Fantasy doesn't even get that dark. Final Fantasy VII is the darkest out of the series, I think. Atmosphere-wise. And even that one, it's not that dark. I haven't seen much of the remake yet. So maybe they like really emphasize that part of it in the remake. I hope they do, because that would make the remake a lot better. I like the original, don't get me wrong. But another game I've never completed. I made it all the way up till like Cloud cross-dressing, and then I was like, yeah, I lost interest. Not because of the cross-dressing, but that part of the game is just very slow, and I lost interest there. So I think that is going to do it for today. I think we've done Hyrule Castle. Next time we'll be able to change accents on a moment's notice. We'll be able to go to like the Death Mountain thingy and do whatever we need to do there. All I want out of Kingdom Hearts is I'm gonna hook you up. He never will. I mean, never say never. Yeah, he never will. Disney will not allow that. Yeah. Maybe it'll kill Goofy again. I liked it when Goofy died. That was a fun moment. When Goofy died in Kingdom Hearts 2, even if it was just for 15 minutes, when Goofy died and Mickey just lost his shit, it's really weird to see Mickey go apeshit and literally have Mickey Mouse say, they'll pay for that. That is a weird fucking feeling. And I like that scene. But I can talk about Kingdom Hearts and the things I like and dislike about that all day. So we're going to save the game here. And I'm going to end off the stream. Thank you all for coming, hanging out, watching, chatting. There's been multiple different people coming in and out, I think, because we're still at 3 viewers, but we've been at 4, we've been at 2. So I'm assuming that most people watching this now didn't even like come here until someone went into the stream. So I'm not going to do the whole like, comment, subscribe bullshit thing. You know what to do. I just did it, but I feel more sympathetic because I said I'm not going to do it. I'm smart sometimes, aren't I? I don't know when I'll be streaming again. I hope to do another stream of this game this weekend, but I can't promise anything because sometimes I just don't feel like it. The entirety of Kingdom Hearts is a weird feeling. Look, Kingdom Hearts 1 and to a certain extent Kingdom Hearts 2 aren't that bad. After that, things just went downhill real fast. And at this point, I'm Stockholmed in. I hate it. It's like Star Wars fans. They all hate what, but they keep watching. That's what I have with Kingdom Hearts. I fucking hate it. I really, really hate it. But I just can't get enough of it. I just keep coming back for more. It's all bullshit. It's all anime bullshit. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.